Well, as you can see, Riverview, back to the old times. I ain't gonna go through all the mods. They're there. Mm. So I have run the map through the program, fixed whatever needed fixing, changed anything that was brought up in Maypole. That is also or was also something I needed to change or could change within Riverview, and it's all now fully done. Um, so the question is, well, what's changed? Well, depends on when you last played. Don't know if I released this version, or not this particular version, but the version where I made the change. But uh, up here, there's a castle now. I think I did release that version. There's now a road network that runs through the actual village and not a painted texture. A lot of small fixes. The PDA hasn't been updated, so that's yet to happen. And for this version, the farm is the big change. As you can see from the PDA, hence the reason I said the PDA hasn't been updated. You started off with a lot of barns. Not so much anymore. Spends all day getting this ready for where it's at now. And that's something I need to fix. It's getting rid of the foliage layer for here. So I'll have to work on that. If it gets rid of it for you guys as well, yes. But again, the grass will have to go anyway, because, yeah. Hey DJ, how are you? So yeah, sheds are completely different. Hello, bud. The reason being, I wanted to change it from what Maypole looked like. I mean, the arrangement of sheds that I had here, I couldn't recreate with what you've got in the base game. The other reason I wanted to use base game was I wanted to reduce the slot usage for console players and bigger sheds, I guess. Cuts down on the amount of sheds that I've had here. And this shed I didn't know, but it actually comes with a workshop. So that's even better. Yep, I will do give you a like to what? I subscribe to you, but I don't. I thought you may have been live. So you still get Yeah, this has got lights in, hasn't it? You still get the low loader. You now get a legal trailer. Because, well, the land that you will be given, as you can see here, is a little bit more. This is a grass field and these are 4 arable fields, and then you've got 2 cow barns, a big silage clamp, your silo is up here, and a bulk hold is up there. So if you want to drop root crops, or, well, I think it takes anything, but I think it takes anything. I'm sure I've never used it, but I know a few people who like them. But yeah, I've never seen that shed before, and when I came across it, I'm like, yeah, actually I could use that. These sheds, they're okay. I'm not that big of a fan of them, but they're okay. Your combine and your forage wagon is in there. Your grass equipment. The roller doesn't have a seeder on because you've actually got a seeder right ahead of us. With a cultivator and a subsoiler. Then you got your large stone picker, a spreader, and a lime spreader. Then in here you will have some of your tractors. A New Holland, a Class, and a Massey Ferguson. And then if we run, because it will be quicker, up here we have the baler and the Voltra in John Deere colours. Those of you who know me will know why I painted a JD colour. No fence armour, by the way. And then you've got your wheel loader. But the main thing was I needed to move away from the sheds that I originally had here. The map looks different enough to say that it's not Maple, but I didn't want a carbon copy of Maple. There's a lot of maps that come out that tend to look very similar, and in the past we've had maps from people who've made really good maps, but then people have looked at them and they've gone, but they've used the same buildings as they used in their previous map. So I wanted to switch things up a little bit. I know I've gone with the same cow barns or the same barns, but there's a reason behind that. And, but the cow barns are actually without the feed robot. We have a farm still just down here. This one has changed. Go to the next door. Go through the hedge. This is just a pig farm now. Maybe I should put a gate in so you can get into there. That might be an option. I don't know why you'd want to get into there, but maybe I should put one in. I've got to put all the gates in on this map, actually. I haven't put any gates in yet. But these sheds, these are all going. Alright. And it will cut back on the map file size as well, because I'll have to check the radius of that to that, because I think it should be good. Never did check it. And in fact, we can, instead of going all the way around the road, we can do some rock climbing, but not there. Here. This one is more of your just standard barns. They've got their fences and everything. This is an area I'm not sure what I'm going to do with just yet, to be honest. Still deciding, should I leave it as it is, because it doesn't look too bad and gives everybody an option, or should I change it? I could change the cow onto a pasture that's just a fence, and you just have to, you know, give water and feed and normal stuff. That would change things up a little bit here. I don't like the fact that you can get 80 cows in here and then you've got that little area for them. Or I could modify it and have it bigger and get rid of the pig pen behind and extend it further out. I decide what to do there. And the chickens, which again looks way too small for how many chickens you can have in here. Same with the sheep, well, same with all of the animals, to be honest. The other change is here. Originally you had to buy this land. Now you can't. You can buy this one. This one will give you access to the two large silage clamps, but you can't buy the BGA land. However, if you buy the BGA, then you own the land, which is vanilla and only costs 206,000. I've reduced the price purposely because 1.5 million, kind of not a good thing. But I don't like that. That'll have to change. That looks wrong. Completely wrong. I'll have to look at that. So I know what I'll do. Take a screenshot of it and then what's stopping me from going? Oh, hello. What the hell are you from? That's funny. Ah, you're from that. Oh. So when I moved it, I didn't move all of it. So that means I can walk through this one, I bet. Yep. Why do giants have them separate? I really don't get that. That just annoys me. That's like back in FS11 and 11, maybe 13 as well, when placing a tree, if you accidentally put it in the wrong location and you went to move it, it would open the whole transform group for the tree. You'd move the tree, but what you wouldn't know is the hitbox or exoskeleton of the tree, which is its collision box, would remain there, and you drive through the tree, no problem, but then come to a sudden stop and you'd be working out, well, what did I hit? There's nothing there. And that would be the reason. So other than that one thing, I know I moved this down here as well. Let's make sure that is collidable and not this is. And yeah, I've got to put the world boundaries in, haven't I? A good start because I don't think I put them in yet. No, I have got world boundaries in, just I need moving further. That'll be fine. Easy to fix. But yeah, I think this area needs spotlights. Get rid of these little lights and put actual spotlights in. And it's actually facing the wrong way because it was a different BGA here originally. I think put some spotlights up here and get rid of these little lampposts, because lampposts ain't gonna light up this area. Let's see what have we got to do. Turn grass on. So grass is ready to go. We've got 2 fields ready to go. Yeah, lime. Lime's a thing. Remove lime. Do they need ploughing? Pre-period. I haven't gone into options and set anything up in here, have I? Be down here. Graphic, yes. Season growth, yes. 1 day per month, no. 3 visual, yeah. Destruction on, no. Yes. Periodic ploughing, yes. Field stones, lime, weeds, dirt, slow because it's too fast as it is. Auto tractor, start off, stop go on. Fuel limit or fuel trailer limit on. Usage on high. No. There we go. Save that. Let's have a look at what we've got to do on this field. Or these fields. They all need ploughing. Okay. And none of them are actually fertilized. They're all going to be really bad. That will be fine. What have we actually got on them? What to think of it? Hey, Massey, how are you? So we've got canola and wheat. And these 2, did they say those? No, they ain't growing anything. Good. And then we've got grass over there. Let's open these doors so we can... We just turned the lights on. No, we didn't. Good. I said open, not closed. Right. Thank you. It was a lot of work. A lot harder than I thought it would be. It's good to hear. Let's open this door here and get the header trailer out. I'm just testing some of the things I've done in Maple, and yeah, I've got no. There we go. Now I've got a wheel that actually works. I hope they fix that. I don't know if it's just a G29 issue, but the force feedback have to actually tab out the game and back in order to fix the problem. And let's get down to the field. Yeah. Well, we've got some venom. Put the road in. I didn't change that. That might be a problem. Where do we want to put you? No, I don't want cosplay. Thank you. Go away. Closer to the head here, I think. Fuck you. Actually, no, I know what I'll do. Put you here. That'll do. Let's come back up there. Have I downloaded the software? I've got, I was already in it. I need to open the door, don't I? That would help. I've got the G-Hub. And I've got the all up to date on the drivers. Just weird. I've uninstalled, reinstalled. I've had problems with G-Hub a couple of times. I launched a game, started playing it, and then it had an update. Installed the update, and then the wheel wouldn't work at all. Unplugged it, replugged it in, uninstalled the drivers, reinstalled the drivers, and nothing of that worked. Can't remember what I had to do to fix it, but yeah, it wasn't a good time. That day I got really frustrated very quick, and I don't get frustrated that easily about things like that, but yeah, I did on that one. Stop retreat. Let's pull that out of the way. We'll park that behind the combine, so when it comes to being done, I can just drop the header on top of the trailer. Yeah. So, no. Turn the tractor off would be a good idea. Open that. So what have you been up to? Been a while. I saw you streaming. What was you doing the other day? I think you was playing with Jack. I can't remember the game that you was playing now. Was it ETS? Something like that? Maybe not, actually. But I saw that you was playing with Jack, and I was going to jump in, but I had to go and do a few things, run a few errands. Oh, I ain't dropping anything. Well, yeah, let's. I definitely want the off here. I want to do some. Still not doing it. Now, can you please make so I can do straw? Hold on. Now that that's doing that. Okay. So busy on the farm, huh? It's getting to that time of the year though, isn't it? There's lots to be done now. Springtime is here, and it's just all go, all hands on deck. I've got a feeling I'm missing it. So. Yeah, the active con. Oh yeah, I've got that mod in, haven't I? That shows how many contracts are actually going, and then I've got the mod that increases the amount of contracts you can actually have going. I haven't played Farm Sim since 2011. 2011? No, definitely not since 2011. I started in 2011. I haven't played Farm Sim, get the words out, since the 11th of February. So, and I wasn't really playing it then. I was kind of just doing fixes and changes and quick tests, and so I haven't really sat down and played Farm Sim since January, the end of, or the beginning of February. What do I think of FS22? If this had been, if we had got another game like FS19, I wouldn't have bought it. A few of us, my dad and I were like Nah, I'm not even bothering with FS22. I'm not going to buy it. Well, when they announced the game, no, I'm done. I couldn't get into FS19. I'm not going to go down that route again, buy a game that I'm not really going to play. And what more can they bring to the game that will make the game enjoyable enough for me to want to buy it anyway? So they come out with their little bits every so often, what there's new in the game and whatnot, and we was like, okay, sounds okay, but you still haven't sold it to me. And eventually a few little things came out, and it was right at the end of announcements almost, and it was like, yeah, actually, you know what, yeah, you've got me now. I'm going to buy the game. Well, I'm not going to rush out and buy the game straight away. I'll buy the game, but when I'm ready to buy the game. And that's what we did. And we obviously pre-ordered it, but we didn't rush out and go and buy it there and then. It was, don't need to. We'll pre-order it when we get close to the time. When we've got that spare cash and we don't need to worry, we'll pre-order it then. But FS22, way better than 19 ever was. 19 I couldn't get into. It reminded me of 15, but with 19 I actually played it. 15, it was just actually, yeah, I'll do one more headland. You haven't been playing because the maps are slow. That's the thing. I don't play FS for the maps. I'll find a map and then I'll happily play that map. I'm not one for switching through maps. I couldn't do that. I couldn't play it like that. I like to find a map that really gets me, and then I'll play that map. And 9 times out of 10 I'm testing my own maps anyway, but I couldn't sit and play the different maps. I mean, Greenland's I really want to play the map, but I don't know, something keeps pulling me away from it. I don't know what it is, but something just keeps pulling me away from it. But before it came out, I really wanted to play it. I wanted to play it in FS19, but I was working on Maypole and heavily testing it, and I kept looking at Greenland's going, yeah, when we finish testing, I'm playing that map. I'm really going to play that map. And then when I saw Peter was working on it, I was like, yep, can't wait for that to come out. I'm going to play it. And I just haven't played it. I've downloaded it. I've got it there. But I downloaded it, put it in the mods folder, went to launch the game, and it was just like, I don't fancy it. I don't feel it. And it was like, maybe I need a break from Farm Sim, you know. Maybe it's not the map, it's just I need a break from Farm Sim. And I took that break. And I took a break, but right now I'm still not feeling it. But then I've got this map to work on. Maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, if I will get around to playing it and have that feeling of wanting to play it. And if not, then yeah, New Park could be the other one. Peter has been working on that one. I haven't heard much about it. I didn't look at it in, I don't know if it's a new map. I think it's from 19. I didn't look at it in 19. I saw his Greenlands and I was like, yeah, I want to play that map. And I never looked at another map. That was the map. As soon as I saw it, I just had the feeling that was the map I wanted to play. Somerset Farm. I haven't looked at that one either. I don't really look at many maps. When I get the feeling of one map, just from pictures, I can get an idea of what I like. Hey Rabid Rob, how are you? If the picture doesn't do it justice. The PDA is a big one for me. A friend of mine was saying yesterday he looks at the pictures and the PDA. If the PDA doesn't grab him, then that's it. And the PDA for a lot of maps just don't grab me. If the fields are way too big, I'm not into them. I like customization. I like to be able to make my fields big, but I don't like them big off the get-go. And this map, the fields are too big. They are too big for my kind of liking, for my play style, but it's my map. I have to play it because I have to test it, you know. I haven't touched Constant. I downloaded it. I haven't touched it. I haven't put it in the mods folder whatsoever. I opened it up in the editor, had a look around, and I was like, yeah, looks okay. Looks nice and pretty, but yeah, I was busy working on Maypole anyway. Looks nice and pretty, but it's fields are just too big for my kind of playstyle, and customization just wasn't there for me. Action David makes really nice maps, but the feeling just wasn't there. And if the PDA grabs me, then I will download the map and open it up in the Giants editor. And if I still like what I see, then you know, I'll play it. But there hasn't been many maps over since FS11 that I've sat down and gone, yep, I like that map. I could probably count them all on one hand. But then most of the time I'm testing my own maps, so it's not down to the fact that there isn't any good map makers out there. There are. There's better ones than me, way better than me. But ooh, got to kill some crop. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. Just yeah. I will use that. Why not? The class may as well. I don't know why I looked around to see what I was actually in when it tells you at the bottom of the screen what you've just got into. Where did I park the trailer? Oh yeah, it was in that shed over there, wasn't it? And in here, yeah. Riverview's is in your top 10. Awesome. And I hope I do it justice for you when the update comes out, and hopefully gets onto ModHub, and even better would be getting onto all platforms, because since you know, it's never been on all platforms, it's only ever been on PC. And for some people who've come from FS11, you know, they all heard of FS11, it'll be like going back in time almost, as far as some of the things will be concerned. Because let's not forget, the map is the FS11 map, and it's the reason it was where I learned to work on maps. Thank you. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. I know it's not. Did I buy a hair trailer that was too big for this? No, didn't. See, this is why I test, because you know, I don't test these parts. I just go, oh, that trailer looks good. It was on sale. Yeah, I'll have that. Will it fit under your combine? I have no idea. I'll find out when I'll let you know when it gets there. You know. But there's 3 maps that I know that are coming out. I can't remember all of the names, but I know there's 3 maps coming out. Peter's map I will look at. The other 2, maybe. But once precision farming even is out, Maypole's updated, I can throw my time into working on this map. getting this one ready and get precision farming done on it, and then work on what else I need to work on, and then throw it in testing, and hopefully not testing as in testing on mod hub, I mean testing as in on a server, so we can test it and then and it on to a few trusted people, and off they go, break the map kind of thing, you know. And then when it's everything that we can find is fixed, if anything was needing to be fixed, and normally there is, you know, you can't find everything. It's the reason that I pass it out to trusted people, because sometimes even all of the people that are testing the map miss something, you know, or do something, or you know, somebody does something different that we didn't think about doing, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a bit broken, and we need to fix that. We'll get there. I mean, the map's all functional. I mean, it's out on King Mods. Go and download it, but it's all functional. There's just a few niggly things that I've got to change. Got to. And then a few bugs that I needed to fix. Nothing major, nothing game breaking, but you know, it's like somebody walks into your house and or not, somebody walks into your house, you have a decorator come in, they do all of your room, decorate it, and you walk in, you go, oh, this is perfect, and then they turn around and they go, oh, don't mind that little mark up there, I'll fix that. But you'd never notice that mark. You could have spent hours in that room, even days in that room, and never even noticed it, but because they've pointed it out to you, yeah, now you can't unsee that mark, you know. And that's these little niggly things, them are, I can't unsee them. They're there, and I know they're there, and they've got to be changed. They've got to go. And hopefully I don't find anything else that niggles away at me. And they have been niggling away at me for a long time. Well, we're almost done here. Field number 2. I should have actually got somebody doing the other field, shouldn't I, behind us? You know, would have made sense. Put all your time into that. We won't get that little bit. We'll leave that. It'll plow back in. It'll be fine. We won't really have enough. You didn't put the arm out. I mean, come on. What kind of farmer are you? Seriously. And you didn't park the tractor in the right place either. Even worse. There we go. Perfect. That's it. That's all we got. 12,000. I guess we're buying chickens, because that's not worth selling. Right. Well, chickens it is. So those of you who've ever played Riverview before it had its name changed, that sign above us that we went through, under, not through, that's tribute to what the map used to be called. Are there many grass fields on the map? But there are quite a few, yeah. When it saves. 3 years later. We got that one, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 grass fields on here. I think it's 49 fields, something like that. 47, maybe 47 fields. Yeah. Yeah, 47, no, yeah. Because I'm going by plots, and that one is separate, so yeah. 47 fields. And so plenty, and they're quite big. We'll be going to one of them very soon. We'll buy one of you, because I said we'll buy one of you. Just the one, because you're noisy as it is. Yeah. And then we'll buy 60 of you. Buy 60 of you. Oh, hello. That never used to be like that. What are you guys doing out here? Broken your nav mesh? Yes, I broke your nav mesh when I redesigned the wall here. Okay, well. Hey Fabio, how are you doing? So, I've got the chickens to fix. Well, that's fine. That's nothing hard to do, or difficult to do even, but there is, because I drive through a building, or reverse through a building. They escaped. Yeah. Anyone who plays Minecraft will know chickens are spies. Don't trust them. Why did I not get the trigger? Trigger? You don't want to give me the trigger? Let's try that again. Trigger came up and then it just disappeared. There it is. Good. Awesome. Now, got a few more markers here. Jeez, animals. Yeah, I'll feed you for a little bit. Not long, but I'll feed you for a little bit. I'm good, thanks. It's good to be on Farm Sim again. Forgot how to play the game, funny enough. What happens when you take a break, you forget what your buttons are, and then simple little things become big problems. Yeah, we'll pick up the straw bales in a bit, or the straw even. We'll bale it up. Let's go and get our combine going and put that away. We'll go anti-clockwise, I guess. Yes, this is the new version. As you can see, all the sheds have gone, all the barns have gone from there. That's now a full-on cow pasture. But for those who did like all the animals, there's a farm that has one of every kind of animal. You've got 3 dedicated farms to specific animals. You've got one that's a pig farm, one that's a sheep farm, and this one that's a dairy farm. And then you've got a 4th one that has one of everything, but it uses the default barns, as in they've got their fencing around them and their nav mesh is all that's up there, all default. But other than that, but all the sheds have changed on the main farm. I've got to do the sheds on the other farms, but they're all sellable. Everything will be demolishable. The walls included, you'll be able to get rid of them. So if you don't want to, if you because this is your starting farm on New Farmer or whatever easy is. I will be uploading it to ModHub. And hopefully get it out there for all those console players out there as well, so they can enjoy the map and everybody who's on PC running dedicated servers, they don't have to worry about saying to somebody, hey, go to this site to download it. It's there on ModHub. They don't even have to leave their game. That would be perfect. I'm surprised how well Maypole's done, to be honest. I am really surprised. I've been banging on about how well Maypole's been doing since it went on ModHub, and I saw how many people are playing it and that, and I'm just overwhelmed. It's really nice to see a lot of people. You know, as a map maker or a mod creator, it's always nice to see people playing with your work, and makes it feel all that more worth it. And you know, you get those who don't like it, and they'll give you feedback, and they'll go, this is why I don't like it, and you take that on board, and you don't hate on them because they don't like your work. There's a lot of mods out there that I wouldn't look at, but it doesn't mean I wouldn't give the reason why I don't like them. I'd give the reason why I don't like them, and if they went, well, I'm not changing it to make it so you'd like it, like, well, I don't want you to. You make it how you want it. I'm just saying, it's not a mod for me, but don't try and make a mod for everybody else. Make a mod for you. Make it the way you want it. There could be another map one day that could come out. I don't know. It's all down to time at the moment. It's easier to port a map for me than it is to make a map as it stands, because I've got a 15-month-old now and 3 kids that are in high school. Time is just not on my hands to do that, and then there's a lot going on in the real world that I have to deal with. But if I can get the time, then absolutely. My desire and my love for making maps hasn't gone. It did in 19. I said in 19 to a few people, I don't like map making anymore. I'm done, and I was done. And when the problems I had with giants almost made me go, you know what, I can't be asked anymore to do any maps. You're just picking silly little things on why you can't be certified, and I could see why a lot of modders had given up and working on anything for farm sim. But the rewards of seeing it, people playing on Maypole and enjoying it, have made me really want to get this map out on ModHub as well, and give everybody something to play. 3 maps. I have 2 maps. The third map that I had was one that I built for a good friend as a challenge map. that was private. It was never released publicly. Only those that was involved in the challenge had the map. And then for 17, I think it was, yeah. And then Giants came out with their own challenge that was very similar to the challenge that we was doing. But it was never made as a map that was a functional map that you could go and actually do everything on. It was just the things that we needed for the challenge was put in place, and what was needed to get the map to actually load in game and work as intended, buying vehicles, selling them, spawn points for the vehicles, spawn point for yourself, and somewhere where you could sell the bales to get rid of them, but in a difficult way. I had been working on a third map, but that map got postponed. What's its name? I didn't give it a name. I just called it the challenge map. It never had a name. It was purely built for laugh and a challenge for test everybody's skills behind a plough and picking up bales and or loading bales, and then backing up a dolly, and then cutting down log trees and loading trees and getting trees to a drop-off point, unloading the trees with a few little things in between. And then to wrap it up, we had all the way around the outside of the map, I'd built a racetrack and with a jump, and Moondog was the only one that survived that 2 laps I think he done around it. Most of us fell off before we even got anywhere near the jump, and I know I fell off at the jump because I'd made a mistake in the previous corner and didn't have the speed to make the jump. But yeah. It was fun, it was interesting, something new, something that we hadn't done, and it was coming up towards the end of 19 of 17 even. Maypole and Riverview are the only 2 I've ever publicly released. I was working on an edit of Beyond Home back in the day, and I'd worked on an edit of I can't remember its name now, the FS22 map, but the problem is they was vanilla maps and I was just messing around. The Beyond Home I was doing for a friend, and the FS13 map, I don't even know why I started that one, to be honest. But I stopped working on that in 15, and Beyond Home I started working on in 17 and carried on working on it a little bit in 19, and then I think I deleted it in the end. I deleted all of it in the end, and then in 22 I began working on a really small map, but that one got deleted as well. I got a lot of the stuff in, but I took a step back from it and when I looked at it with fresh eyes, I just didn't like what I saw. So it was like, yeah, nah. It would have been really small fields. It was going to be set up where it would be more for old style tractors and whatnot. Again, for a friend who likes small fields, and will happily run around with a 2 meter plough, for example. But I just didn't 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 like the look of it. Yeah, okay. I thought I'd got enough. I was going to leave this bit, but may as well go back down and get that at the very bottom. Move, dear, otherwise you'll be venison, and you do not want to be that. Silly deer. Remind me of the deers on Call of the Wild. Try to run you over. Roe deers. Yeah, put your boom arm out this time so you can actually unload. That'd be helpful. Deer still in the field? Wow. Let's turn you off. We'll put this in storage and then switch this off, and then we'll go and get the New Holland. And if you're still here, Massey, I'll show you the grass field and how big it is. Quite big. You definitely get a lot of bales off there. No, not the New Holland is in the field somewhere, isn't it? There you are. Go and get the mowers. Yeah, I really need to fix that part. That terrain is just... that weight. Hey, Kevin. I'm having, it's nice to be back in Farm Sim. I took a long break, needed that break, and it's nice to finally come back and play a bit of Farm Sim. How are you? I think we all have to take a break from whatever we're doing from time to time, otherwise it just becomes repetitive, and when it becomes repetitive you don't enjoy it anymore. Now I know I had a button that loaded everything, but I can't remember. That works. Because I don't like mowing in cab, but get away from the tree, then people will be able to see the field, huh? But yeah, quite a big field. Nothing special, but it gets the job done. You'd be surprised how many bail. Well, not in cab. Definitely not in cab. Nah, forget it. I like doing. I prefer to be in cab when doing things, but. Holds away from that edge, aren't I? Really? The moment I don't look at the tree? Okay. Yeah, I was in the chat. I was in the chat, and I know you had to go and do something, so you left early. But you know, we all need to take a break. We all do, from time to time, from whatever we're doing. Okay, Fabio, you take care. Thanks for dropping in. It's, you know, I know Hodge was on about putting Maypole on the server. I don't know when or if he's still doing it. I don't know, but whatever map he does put on there in the end, I'm sure a few people will jump on and be playing. But I stopped playing on the server because I wanted to get Maypole done, and then I just didn't feel like playing Farm Sim after. I just needed to take a complete break from the game, and I started playing other games that I'd been wanting to play for a while. And I'm not 100% back with Farm Sim, but could be. I know he said they'd been waiting for Maypole to go on Mod Hub before he considered putting it on the server, and then he'd announced that he was going to put it on the server. But Maypole took longer than expected to get out on the on Mod Hub. But it's there now, and if he ever wants to do it, it's there to do it, you know. I'm out of cab because, like I said, doing mowing, I prefer to be out of cab doing. I like to see the back of the mowers. Try and line them up better and miss a lot less, even though I still miss stuff. But it's a bit of grass, it doesn't matter. A bit here and there ain't gonna really make a big difference. So have you mostly been playing then, Kev? And as you know, it was Space Engineers for pretty much most of the people on Discord, and then I went on to a 4X game, Stellaris, for a bit. Which I'll probably end up playing a bit more of, because still haven't played enough of that game yet. You're not playing a game? Not right now, but you just don't feel playing games or at the moment, or you're just too busy to play games at the moment? Ghostwire Tokyo. I haven't heard of that one. Is that one like ghost hunting kind of thing, or? I'm not into ghost hunting. I like watching people get killed by a ghost. It's not a game I would pick up, like that Phasmophobia. I wouldn't play it. But I'd watch people play it. Like the Forest, that game I wouldn't play, but I'll watch people play that as well. Sick. Okay. Like Watch Dogs and GTA in one. Oh, okay. And Elder Ring. I don't know about Elder Ring. It's definitely not my kind of game, but GTA I've played. I've enjoyed playing GTA in the past. Until it became a pay to win kind of game, and then it was like, yeah, it's not fun anymore. I think I ever played Watch Dogs though. I've heard of it, I've seen it, but I don't think I ever played it. Definitely don't have it on Steam anyway. 99% of my games are on 99.9% of my games are through Steam. It's getting to the stage now where I need to either buy a new hard drive, a bigger one, much bigger, or uninstall some games. And probably uninstall some games because there's a lot of games on there that I won't play. Not that I won't play them, I just fancy like playing them. And then a sale comes up and I hit the trigger and go and buy it, and then I never play it. There's a load of games I've done that with. Probably more games on my Steam library that I've never played and bought because they're on sale than there is games that I will or have played. Like, I really want to play Factorio again, but too many games that I want to play and not enough time to do it. Funny, I was going to actually stream about 5 o'clock this afternoon, and then I found a few things I needed to do on this map before I could do that, and then I found a few more things I wanted to do and a few more things, and before I knew it, it was coming up to 10 o'clock or 9:30, something like that. I don't know. I don't even know what time I started the stream. I've been going an hour and 10 minutes so far. So, yeah. So I started the stream at 10:30. And I was like, if I don't stream now, I won't be streaming for a few days, because there's just too much to do over the next few days. I doubt that I'll have the time, and if I can, I will, but I doubt I'll have the time. And if I do, it'd probably have to be earlier. But I want to do some hunting again, but I want to do it as a challenge. I want to do some hunting with a bow. Hunting. That'd definitely be fun. The last few weeks I've mostly been 3D printing and just gaming when Hodge been on. Fridays when it's Kill Kev night. Yeah, definitely. Then again, it hasn't always been Kill Kev night, you know. But we've been killing everything but Kev just lately. So we've let you off. I don't know why it ever became Kill Kev night, but yeah. As I started to get bored, since the single player games has no one to chat to. Yeah, that's the... And your girlfriend goes to sleep earlier. Yeah, that's the thing with the single player. If you're used to playing multiplayer, single player games become really boring really quick. Unless you do streaming, then you're talking to people. But then if you've got people to talk to, it's fine. Otherwise you're talking to yourself, which isn't too bad either. You just forget things that you want to talk about, or run out of things to talk about. And then you have them slums where you're just doing nothing but being quiet, and somebody might come into the stream and go, oh, he's boring, he ain't talking. I ain't staying here to listen to... Oh, we may as well go down to the bottom. I ain't staying here to listen to him not to talk. I want to be entertained, not bored, not fall asleep. So, yeah. Guess out my field. Crows. Need a 22 so I can shoot the crows. Feed them to the dog I don't have on this map. You do talk to yourself. Well, the problem is, Kev, well, there's two things. One, do you answer yourself back? Funnier when I start answering. Okay, should have read that part first. You do, yeah, but then the second one, Kev, is, do you have hair growing on the palm of your hand? Let me know. No, you don't, and you checked. Should have said, Kev, I have no idea, but I don't think so, and I'm not going to check. That's a sign of madness, you know. First sign is having hair growing on the palm of your hands. The second sign is checking for it. Like when my brothers and I were kids, and one of them would always play practical jokes, and he came out with that one to me, and he was like, do you have hair growing on the palm of your hand? And I was like, no. And he goes, yeah, you're crazy, you need to go and you need to go and see somebody. And that's the second sign of madness. And I'm like, okay, I see how it is. So that we have you on you. Hey, don't blame us. We're more sane than... maybe. Debatable. We try to have fun. You only live once. ACBW area. I know. It's very rare I stream, very rare these days. It's finding the time to do it, you know. Really hard to find that time. Normally I'm watching other people stream anyway. I've been doing that quite a bit today. Gain feedback on a few things and enjoying watching what people are up to. And yeah. You was the shy guy, not say boo to a goose. Now you talk to your sister's pet goose and it hates me. Geese hate everybody. Geese are evil. They're evil birds. Don't taste too good either. Neither do ducks for that matter. But yeah, as I was saying about when we was kids, so to get my revenge I got cling film and put it over the toilet pan, and my brother went to the toilet, didn't know that there was cling film there, and I could hear the thudding, and I'm like, yep, it worked, got my revenge. He came back out the toilet soaked and laughing, and then my nan, because I lived with my nan was like, yeah, you can go and clean that all up now, to me. I never done that one again. It was fun. I got my revenge, that was the main thing. We are done. That was... And we can head on out to the field. Go back to the farm and drop this all off. And get the tedder, make some hay bales. So, do hay, or should we just rake it and put it in the silage clamp? Well, actually, the where we're going to right now is the changes, the big changes. The BGA's now standard BGA that when you buy, you purchase the land for. You don't purchase the land to own the BGA. You have to purchase the BGA. And then the farm itself has had a complete overhaul of sheds. Although I have got a problem with chickens, they found a way out. They managed to escape. But compared to the version that is out, the cow barn's changed. Well, not the cow barn, but the cow pasture's changed. Big changes, yeah. There's all of the barns have gone from here now. You've got 4 dedicated farms, or 3 dedicated farms, and one that's like all animal kind of deal. I will show you in a sec. Just put that there, and so now we have the cow pasture. The whole of this field is now dedicated to the cows. All of these sheds, and this one has the work trigger. None of the old green sheds are up on this farm anymore. Oh, the chickens have found their way back into the coop, or into the little pen. That's good to know. Yes, stay in your pen, don't game. And then when can you get a hold of this version of Riverview? When it goes into testing, when I put it on the people in the testing branch in for Discord, so that we can test it out before and get all any issues fixed, like this particular one where it's removing the grass from around the pen. I thought I already had that fixed, but apparently I don't. Oh wait, no, actually I've updated the barns, haven't I? Because there's a few updates that they've done in the patches since I last came on Riverview, and that's why. Yeah. So that means that if you mowed this grass, it would all start. You'd have no grass would accumulate here, but it would accumulate over here in a big ball. That's fine. It's just a few little minor things, but that's in this farm. And then the other farm always has to save, doesn't it? Pig farm, which change anything down here? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Because I put a sheep farm here. So if I jump to here, and then no, don't go that way because that's into the woods, and you do not want to go into the woods because you'll get lost. Which I have done many, many times. I didn't put that shed there, did I? Wondered what was missing then. This road has now got a traffic spline on it. Well, not a traffic spline, but an AI spline, so your tractors can run up and down here. That was added to for those who like to use hired helpers to get to fields, but this is your dedicated sheep farm now. And these sheds will be changed out. And then if we jump to here and go next door, this is your pig farm. Just pigs on this one, just one pig pen, and that's it. A few sheds. Nothing crazy like Maypole where you get a load of sheds. Just enough. Not even a silo. Actually, there is a silo. I just walked past it there. It's a pig farm that doesn't have a silo. Like Maypole, every farm has a silo, and then there's this farm back here, which we will. This one's the one that will be for people who like everything. So those who like to do every kind of animal, there you go. So you got your horses, your sheep, your pigs back there, your cows here, your chickens just ahead of us. Hey, cricket. I know, right? It's really rare their ice stream, really rare. And silage bunker for, well, you need your silage, right? Cows, silage go hand in hand. Okay, Kev, no problem with your silo as well. Don't know what we're doing Friday, but I know, right? The roles are definitely reversed. Normally I'm the one that's dropping in on you, yeah. And I definitely want to change them cars. Ugh. Such a pretty view. This fence has got to go though. This fence is FS13. Yep, this is my other map. There you go. Quite a few grass fields, a lot of arable, not so many fields on this one. And every production chain is on the map already. And along with your BGA. Sugar, oil, sawmill, grape processing. Yeah, it is. I really like that view. And the other view that I like is at the top of this hill, mountain thing. Yeah. It'd be so noisy there, but not at the front of it. Maybe go. Error failed. Animal command was already registered. What? Okay. In fact, I've got a mod for it, haven't I? I'm sure I have. I think. That's global settings, yeah. Gameplay deactivated. No. Okay, maybe I don't have a mod for it. Why did I jump into the vehicle? That's the one. I do not. No, go away. Thank you. Back over to that side of the... So what you're saying is it's my next obsession. Loyal actions, not lies of words. Hello. Where was we? Here. Yeah. Maybe we could just jump and then go. Doesn't matter which way we go, does it? Because this is the bakery, by the way. The noisy thing. Why aren't we flying? We can't play anymore. Oh, there we go. Working. Don't know you toggled. It shows I'm out of practice. B to increase. No, B decreases. Super strength increases B. Okay. There we go. It's better. Too much space engineers. Space engine. Oh, we didn't want to do that. That just defeats the objective of getting right next to a building, doesn't it? So you can land on top of its roof. No wonder why I can't build anything in Space Engineers. Let's just hope I don't drop through the roof. Good. Never mind. Didn't work out. Space Engineers is a good game, but yeah. Definitely different compared to Maypole. A lot of trees like Maypole. In fact, it's got more trees than Maypole. I'm sure it has. It's also got a village. And a very, very tight. Yeah, too fast. Very tight road network. No traffic will ever come through here. But, yeah. Your stone crusher's over here, though. Just at the back. And, couple of sell points. And then the gas station just over the road, dairy up opposite. Toys R Us is just on our left. Oh no, Cody's toy store even. I think I've got them ready to be put in where when you collect them, like on the American map on Elm Creek. As you collect the full set, the item will appear in here. I think I've got that already set up. I've just got to enable them. Oh, hello dears. You figured out how to fly on this map too. Two of you. Amazing. Off the trees. Thank you. Right. You're sold. You think you missed? Okay. We can go back to the stop flying. Thank you. This is 2-level farmyard though. Maypole is all 1 level. This one has a few levels to it. So you got your cow barn. This is just a dairy farm only, but with a chicken pen. But the cows will completely roam within this pasture. It's got a few bug fixes to do with it. It's okay. I don't mind showing you around. We've got chickens that can escape at the moment. That's the problem here. But that's nothing too severe. And your house is just back here. I think I did texture inside there. I think, yes, good. I'm contemplating on changing that house though for the American one, because game cartridges for that house, well, you ain't gonna be able to collect the cartridges, unfortunately. Another cow barn. If I up the amounts in these, 500 in this one. And it goes up a bit more. There's your silo, your bulk haul storage, silage clamp, and whatever you want to put in here. I use it for storing bales personally, but you like the multi-level layout. Now I got inspiration on the multi-level this part here, going back up towards the silo and everything. That part was inspiration from Scuderia's Drummond farm. I like the way they got that road going up to his well, my friend's bale storage area. And Riverview, or Newbie Farm as it was once called, always used the multi-level system. Well, in fact, as you can see, all the forestry, they're all multi-level. Every forestry area is built up into the mountains. So there's dirt roads to go up there, and you can happily go up them, and you can get lost in them. They come to places like this, a dead end, or then they will veer off and go in other directions, and this is the way to get to the out of here, and which will bring you onto the opposite side of the mountain. As you can tell, it's a fairly long drive, walk, run, yeah, either one. yeah, that's what I use it for. Just store your bales in there. It's big enough and whatnot. Then field on a slightly higher level. Huge grass field that just wraps around the outer side of the lake. There's only one way onto that island, which was the bridge that we crossed. This road will wrap all the way around and will bring you over to the field and then onto the main road, so you can get to virtually anywhere from anywhere. But if you go into these mountains, you're going into a dead end normally. Hey Bruce, how are you doing? This field, when we tested it in 17, this had sugar beets on it. No, potatoes on it. And it took forever to harvest. There was 4 of us with potato harvesters and we was field dumping. You love some grass work? Oh, you'll love the grass fields on here then. Do you? Hello. I don't think you belong there. Take a picture of that because then I know where you are and I can take a picture of it and then I can't move, no? Oh, there we go. Now I can move. Don't press F12 because apparently it does something to the game while you're streaming that pauses it. Or does something anyway. Yeah, I wouldn't do this field below. Just no. But this grass field. What was it when I first created it? It was an arable field when I first created it. You're good, thanks. That's good to hear. Hey, BP. Talking of the person who likes grass, there you go, BP. He's your man. This used to be an arable field and, yeah, it turned too much hard work to work out, so it's turned into a grass field. Do you remember this map by any chance, BP? No, this map's been going for a while. It's just I put it off in 22 to get Maypole finished. Your vehicle store is just here. Big open area as always. You do remember this. Thank you, Battle Crumb. I hope it does. You just started some grass field on Maypole. How's that going? There again, you haven't really got much of a choice with the starter farm. They're all grass, but I know you like that kind of thing. And yes, when I was putting that together and doing the grass fields and all the equipment, I was thinking of you, BP. Yeah, we haven't looked at the BGA, have we? Well, I have. You guys haven't. Because I've got a couple of things well, not a couple. One thing I want to change here. There is one thing that I've done different here than what I did to Maypole. With the BGA, you have to buy the BGA. Pretty good, although cosplay needs some fiddling, but it looks fantastic. So it's worth the work. Yeah, definitely. I've used cosplay a little. Yeah, I can't get my head around it just yet. You just manually moved around 48 hay bales last night on Maypole. You're getting ready to start a multiplayer on Maypole. Awesome map, thank you. Thank you. I hope you have a lot of fun on Maypole. Yeah, so I just use GPS and I'm good with that. I can't get my head around GPS either. I can put a map together, but GPS and cosplay, yeah, a different thing. So you buy just the BGA and then you own the land, but I decided to separate the bunkers so you could use the bunkers to store all of your chaff and make your silage here, and then sell it to the BGA if you so wished, without having to buy the BGA to be able to use the bunkers. I'm mostly back to creating courses by hand and just adding field buffer to make CP cosplay get around all your damn tree. Well, chainsaw. Although, what was it that I watched somebody do? Mulcher. They used a mulcher and they cut down the spot that the floodlights. Don't cut down the floodlights because you'll lose the wall around the barns and that. Don't cut them down unless you want to actually get rid of a barn, and then you want to get rid of that wall. But yeah, I watched a person cut down the floodlights with a mulcher, and you don't have to own the land to be able to do it. And I'm like, does that mean you can cut down a tree with a mulcher as well then? Because basically that's all you're doing by cutting down that floodlight. I would give you a quick crash course on GPS. Actually, it's quite easy. Yeah, yeah. How long have you got? What was the button to go fast again? B? That's the one. Spinnery. I don't like the spinnery though. I really don't like this spinnery. Oh, that's way too fast now. Speed down, thank you. I don't know why. I just don't like it. It's just, for me, it just feels like a big open area that isn't being utilised to its full potential. And like this part, I don't like it. It's just so open. I don't mind this side or the other side, the back of it, but, you know, yeah, I could move it further over and have a seating area a bit more exposed. Oh, we got the mushrooms. Yeah, we have mushrooms. I wonder if they're the magic kind. As long as it takes. Okay, I might have to take you up on that. But for now, we'll just go with. It'll take a while. Look, BP a castle. Remember when every map had a castle? Every map. Well, there's a castle again. And there's your animal dealer. You do me. And the golf, the golf course, yeah. Oh, here's a big field for you. Cricket, I know you said that you like grass as well. That one's a good field. That one, what was we doing? We was testing this map out on the server, and I'd done an update for the map, and Farmer Dad had just finished doing this field. He just got it harvested and all the straw picked up, and all he had to do, I think, was move the bales. And I went, oh yeah, we've got to restart the game. He's like, I just got that field done. That's a nice field. That is a nice field. It's not a nice field when you're doing it though. It's a long process with a small combine. I might change some of these houses though to the American houses and break them up so they're not all French houses or from the French map. But here's your castle, and you can walk in this one. You can go up the dirt path, and the castle from Hay, yeah, that word. We'll just go with the French map. You can walk around this one all day long, and yeah, we just came from that way, didn't we? Unfortunately, you can't go up here though. That's a shame. Good place to go and relieve yourself when you've had a few too many though. There is no way down, so we've got a gap here. Looks like we got a gap. No gap. Okay. Just the way the shade is. That's good to know. Something I haven't got to fix. Looks pretty gothic. Does look good, doesn't it? That's the only thing that you're stuck on. I would leave it if you're going to update to the mod up version cricket. I would wait for precision farming, because just to be able to say, yeah, I can remove that fence, or that you're running the latest version, it's it's not worth it. I would wait for precision farming, because that, I think, would be the reason to update. Because if you updated now, then precision farming came out, and you like precision farming, you'd you'd have to most likely start over on something or other, and most likely it'd be for your field work that you'd lose, and it just wouldn't be worth it. If you'd already started over again. Yeah, I forgot to turn the thingy on the combine to do swath. So it got rid of a load of my straw. But yeah, definitely. Well, that's the thing, we don't know, BP. We don't know if you will have to start over. I'm hoping you won't, but somebody said to me the other day, do you think I'll have to start over when precision farming comes out? And I was like, I hope not, but to be on the safe side, I'm going to say yes, because um, you're welcome, Cricket. The the changes that are meant to be in precision farming this time could be more than what we had in 19, and I recall in 19 when that first came out, we had a few problems, and a few maps got broken because of it, and they had to start over. Um, yeah, yeah. I would imagine that is a new game. My only issue is really the silage bunkers. Yeah, because they're fixed in the new version of Maypole, aren't they? Um, yeah, I'd wait for precision farming. Um, Trying to think, what would you lose if you did start over? Because I don't think you'd lose any of your field work. Not start over, but did update even. Don't think you'd lose any of your field work. You'd definitely lose animals and anything that you've got stored in silos or in the animal pens. You'd lose the feed. You wouldn't lose any bales. Um, you'd lose what you've got inside any silage clamps. You wouldn't lose your vehicles, and you shouldn't lose anything that you've got planted. Or your field states, you shouldn't lose any of that. But because you would need to replace the placeables file, and You might be alright because you haven't done much. Yeah, because you've just started and it's due out, what, the 16th to the 19th? I said the 19th, but I heard the 16th. Let me see if I can. So you would. So, no, because that one hasn't got a save game on it. One has. So you could, in theory, no, 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 no. So all of them files would be fine. All of them files would be fine. All of them would. That one you'd have to replace. And obviously some of these files have been added by mods, but and that one. So them two you definitely have to replace from a new game. Other than that, I don't think you'd have to replace any other files. But if you do decide to update Cricket, I would strongly recommend taking a backup save of your current game and then testing it out. But placeables and split shapes.gmss are the two files that you'd need from a new save game. I mean, I don't know if you'd definitely lose everything in the bunker. I'm pretty sure you would, but the reason that you'd need the GMSS would bring back every tree that you've cut down, every hedge you've made a hole through, things like that. Obviously, the placeables to bring back every barn or shed that you've sold, and would remove any that you've placed. But that would be the fix for the bunkers. But anybody got a shotgun? This map is full of eye candy. Looks great. Does it have multiple farms? It does. It does. But it doesn't have it like Maple. You've got a dairy farm up here, two cow barns, and chickens. And then on field 22, that's your sheep farm. Just one sheep barn. And a few sheds, no storage of a silo or anything over there. And then you've got a pig farm, and this has just got pigs, a silo, and a few sheds. And then you've got this farm, which has got one of every kind of animal. And that's all of them. But it has 4 farms. So somebody could be a dairy farmer, somebody could be doing pigs, somebody could be doing sheep, and somebody could be doing, well, anything. Or you could get rid of, there's the plot of land here. If you didn't want to do pigs, you could definitely use it and put something else in here. All you need is dairy, all the rest is just fluff. Yeah. When we was working on Maypole, I turned around to David and said, oh, you know what, I'm going to take this farm because I've never worked with pigs, never. I've never had any desire to do them, so I'm going to do pigs in 19. I never did them. I did have some, but I never really did them to the extent that I had planned to do them. And apparently deer like coming into the pig pen as well. I'll show you the other farm. Vessel. Come. This one's the one that's got one of everything on. It's Aldridge. Wow. Yeah, that is a long time ago. You know, the sad thing is, because I couldn't get into 15, I missed out on Aldridge. Watching your videos, BP, I reckon that would have been definitely a map that I would have been able to call home. And then your sheep farm. That's going up, not down. There you go. Or just press the J button and just drop to the floor. It'd be a lot easier, wouldn't it? But, well, I've just realised. Oh yeah, I didn't put any gating on any of these farms yet, have I? That's why. But it's still home for you all these years later. That's the thing, when you get one map that stays in your head. Like, I keep hearing about one map in 19... Oh, announce its name now. Arlington, something like that. And how it was a great map. I never saw the map, so I can't say. But so many people I've heard saying Attenborough is the one, and saying it's such a great map. But I can't say. So I never played it. Aldridge, Drummond, Flint Hill, and now Maypole. I'm glad Maypole's on the list. I never ranked myself. I've never ranked myself as being one of the big map makers. I've always looked at myself as being average, and especially new BPs, like me, really fussy when it comes to a map. Has to. Why is that all sparkling? Has to really grab you. It's just weird. Thank you. All these years that I've been map making, and I've always just looked at it and gone, well, I did my best. Is it as good as that person's map? No, but I like it the way it is. I think average about Maple. It's good to hear. Quite a few people I've heard say it's the best map out there, and then others going, yeah, it's a really good map. It's not the best, but it's a really good map. Either way, feedback's feedback, and whether you hate it or love it, it's still feedback, and I acknowledge it all. But so for those who don't remember FS11, never played it, was maybe still in diapers at that point, unlike me. The river here, that hasn't changed since from FS11. Like everything, if you feel like I belong there on day one, then it's a great map. That's true. That is very true. So that river's exactly as it was in FS11, including the island to an extent. The road system is kind of similar, but in certain areas it's been changed to make way for map changes or terrain changes, but field-wise, it's got nothing. It's nothing like FS11. FS11 had just fields dotted here, there, and it was bland, very bland map. But it was early farm sim. First of all, your map have a field to them. That's a lot of other maps don't. Secondly, you can't compare yourself to others because everyone is different. Not to mention everyone is looking for different things. I'm just weird because I'm American. That has come to love English Irish maps, lol. You know, there's a lot of Americans who have come to love English and American maps. There, what I hear from a lot of people, and it's not just Americans. I've already gotten lost on Maypole about 14 times. I still get lost on Maypole, and I made the map. Remember when I made that map in Stellar Rift, and I was trying to show you guys around it, and it's like, yeah, this way, yeah, okay, maybe not. I always get lost on my stuff. I got lost on Riverview following somebody else. Don't know how I've done that one, but yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, so a lot of people, Americans that I've spoke to, have said that they've done the big equipment now, and they're enjoying the tighter, confined spaces. But and then a few saying that they like the maps where you can adjust them to your liking, but at the beginning they're confining. They confine you, but then you can go and cut down whatever's in your way and expand that field and make it bigger to your liking. So if you want to use bigger equipment later on, you can. And Maypole started off as a 1x1, no word of a lie, FS17, go and check it out, the PDA and everything. It's probably out there on multiple sites because, you know, people downloading it and putting it on their dodgy sites, but it was a 1x1 area in a 2x2 play area, and it was a tiny map in comparison to what it is now, and completely different to what it is now. It takes some skill, lol. Your May ships? Yeah, my May ships. My two longest running video series is on English Irish maps, and I'm American. Yep, you are, and you definitely had, yeah. Aldridge. Aldridge was your baby, and Drummer became your second. Well, big equipment, I think, has the initial draw because of the size and power of the tractors and equipment, but something like Stone Valley or something similar are just open fields with nothing to give the map character. That's the thing for me. Character, the map has to have character. It has to have undulations, and it has to have trees that you hate to see but love to cut down. It has to have something that makes you like it and hate it at the same time, despite the fact that that's how big farms are in real life over here. Yeah, just huge fields with nothing around for miles. But then I guess if you also get bored of seeing the same scenery, you like to see something different other than what you're used to seeing. I don't live in the countryside, so I don't live anywhere near the countryside, and what countryside I have got that's close-ish to me is slowly becoming less and less, as is everywhere these days, as towns and cities expand. But um, because I don't see the farming kind of community for me, I don't get bored of seeing it. But multiplayer big maps, they're fun. Single player big maps, mm, I'm more small fields personally. That's what I liked about Flint Hills for FS19. It's a big American map, but it still feels manageable. Yeah, I think I looked at that map. I don't think I downloaded it, but I think I did look at it. Complete side note, you have a voice for storytelling. You sound like you should do audiobooks. The last person who said anything about my voice said, you've got a perfect voice to fall asleep with. I'm glad I can help you with that one. In fact, you know him, VP. Moondog. I watch your videos to fall to sleep. Yeah. You sound like you should, he's got a great voice. Thank you. And this village, this bridge changed as well. Go figure, Moondog. What? That's Moondog. If he isn't trying to run you off the track or trying to shoot you, he's falling to sleep watching you. Or eating whilst falling. In fact, he probably does fall asleep with his food in his hand. And again, I fell asleep at the computer, so yeah, I don't really have much room to speak there. Look, you love the waterways as well. Yeah, the river, which you can fill up from. You can go and get your water from here. Good luck trying to, but you can. In fact, did I fix that bug where you actually swim across the top? I did. Good. Because when they released the 1.3 to whatever patch, this water got broken. You actually walks underneath it. Yeah. People have lost many a good tractor in here. Challenge accepted. There are places that you can get water from, but I won't spoil that part for you. I remember that field over the bridge. That's where we got stuck in the rain using more realistic. Yes. Yes, and it wasn't a small field either. And this is the field I got lost going to. I don't know how I got lost going here. I was just following somebody. You know, oh, you know where you're going, because I have no clue as to where I need to go. What did we do here? We was manure in this field, wasn't we? We was putting manure on here on the server, and we was dumping the manure on the floor there. And then we had not low loaders, definitely not low loaders, wheel loaders, to fill the manure spreaders up. Good times. Travis and Peter. And Maypole with traffic, Riverview with traffic. Two of my worst nightmares are traffic. And there are, well, two of my, their worst nightmare is now on both of my maps. Monkey show farming, absolutely. Absolutely. We've had a lot of good times farming. And done some crazy things. Like that field over there. I was saying to the others that field 1, potatoes. Sure, it was potatoes. It could have been sugar beets, but I'm pretty sure it was potatoes. And we had the forage, not the forage wagons. We had the potato, whatever the beet or potato harvesters. We all had one going on here, and we was field dumping them because we just had that much coming off here. And more to come. I look forward to that. I really do. I know, you know, you're busy in many ways at the moment, but whenever you've got time, we're always there. Always. There's always somebody on Discord, even if they're not in Discord. Mine's always open. It's open right now. I just can't see it because it's green. to a point I had to do something to fix this, and hope it didn't break the other thing that was here. Yeah, it has. Made it so you could walk through it. So this is a giant's building. Potatoes was up. Yeah, remember potatoes on the horse field, farm? Oh. It took us 2 days. that was funny. Trying to get the big equipment down there, and we was having to cut branches off the trees to get down there. Considering that the farm's made for big equipment, we probably just took the tightest way to get there. But this building is a default giant's building, but it's a occluder mesh. It has too many triangles in it. You're only meant to have 25. Now, if I put this onto Giant's Mod Hub, they would turn around and say, "You need to fix that." I've already had that with not the bakery, the BGA. And it's like, but it's your BGA, but you need to fix it. Okay. Well, I fixed it. There goes your occluder mesh. Goodbye. 2,000 straw bales on that. Yeah, and what was the other one? Not even going to pronounce it, but the Mexican, no, not Mexican, South African map. Apache, that one. We'll just leave it that particular part of the name. When with the sugar cane and somebody decided to have a good idea of joining. Was it joining all the fields together or planting? No, planting sugarcane on them all, wasn't it? Yeah. Apache Lepacho. Yeah. Something like that, yeah. Something like that. I'm glad you remember the name of it. Ugh. As you can see, the fields on here, they're definitely, compared to maple, they are, well, huge. Only vaguely. Rito decided to plant sugarcane on everything. Yeah. I couldn't remember if it was sugarcane or potatoes, but yeah, I remember that. It was just everything was the same. I don't think that's 100% accurate. What's 100% accurate? Oh, the name of the map, or the fact that we had a lot of sugarcane to harvest. Did Rito even come back and help us cut it? I don't think he did he? The name of the map. I don't know. I'm going to run with it because I can't remember it. And painful is the sugarcane, yeah. The sugarcane was definitely painful. Especially when it grew back. Because, you know, sugarcane, I think, what is it, 2 or 3 cuts before? I think it's 3 cuts. Yeah. that just wasn't nice. The only thing I don't like about Farm Sim is, or 22, I don't know if anybody else gets it, but when you get the texture changes and you get like frost effects on the ground and the grass starts flickering for me and the trees will start flickering. I don't know, I don't have a graphics card that's DSSL or DLSS enabled, but so I don't know if that fixes that, but that really annoys me. Because you can be looking in one direction, it's all working, it all looks fine, then look in another direction, it all starts flickering. And when you've got something like all them trees there and they all start flickering, apart from looking like you got a disco going on in the forest, it looks really, really painful on your eyes. It is painful on your eyes, actually. But I think I need to end because coming up to 1 o'clock in the morning, and my partner's at work in the morning. I'm running a Ryzen 5. Is it a 56 or is it a 36? Don't know. I can check though, can't I? I can't remember what my own graphics card is. How about that? Do it that way. What am I running? Yep. No. Oh, that doesn't tell me what it is, does it? Ryzen 5 3600, 6-core processor. As you can see, with 32 gigs of RAM and an SSD main hard drive with a normal hard drive. I bought it because of Microsoft Flight Simulator more than anything. Upgraded from a Bulldozer because with Microsoft, I don't know what update it was, but they broke the Bulldozer. The Bulldozer was the best graphics processor I'd had in a long time, and Microsoft broke it. It just got worse and worse. The performance of it just slowly started dipping down, and Farm Sim 19 was lagging like crap with it. And I was like, I do need to upgrade my motherboard and processor. I need to go to a Ryzen, I guess. And so I ended up buying a motherboard bundle and doing that. A Ryzen 1600 AF. I think that was the one I was going to go for, BP. Because originally it was the 7 series, the Ryzen 7 I was looking at, but I just couldn't afford the bundle at the time. And I'm sure the Ryzen 1600 and was the one I was looking at buying. Then I saw, because I got it from Amazon, and I saw I had a notification for the 3600 had been put up, and the price difference wasn't that much. And I was like, well, I may as well put the extra, I think it was like 30-40 pound to it and get the 3600, and that's the only reason I got the 3600. And then it was then the motherboard that it came with could run a Ryzen 7, anything up to a Ryzen 7, so I had that flexibility. And upgrading if I needed to upgrade the processor for any particular reason. And I'd only got 16 gigabytes, whereas the 1600 came with 32 gigabytes. This motherboard only came with 16, so I had to go and buy another 16 gigs. But the Ryzens are really quick. You're happy with your Ryzen? Yeah, I'm happy with mine. And even the Radeon 6600, it works like a charm. I've got the NVIDIA 1650 overclocked edition. I wanted the NVIDIA 1660 6GB, but graphics cards and COVID and graphics cards, whichever way you want to look at it, they became like gold dust, and everybody was selling them for silly amounts. And then they couldn't get them, so the prices went up even higher. They're dropping now, but they're still quite hard to get. Overclock 4.2 gigahertz cores and runs nice and cool. So I'm happy for now until PCs come back to prices come back to sanity. Yeah, definitely, because wow, right now it's just crazy out there. What was it, the 1080 that I saw? And bearing in mind that we got the 3080 was out and had been out for quite a while now, and it was during the hashtag COVID pandemic 2 wave that was hitting most places, and they'd got this place had got a 1080 in, and it was meant to be second hand, and they wanted £800 for it. And it was just like, no, no, I would rather keep my £800 in my pocket and buy a better card at a cheaper price when they finally do drop. Well, the nice thing about the processor is all the Ryzen CPUs use the AMD socket, so you could upgrade to a current gen. Yeah. Unlike the bulldozers where you couldn't do that. I do miss my 5 gig bulldozer though. Yeah, it was a good processor, just Microsoft broke them, unfortunately. CPU down the road, and it worked. It would fit. Yeah. Hey Mouse, how are you? I really want the 3070, but I'm not paying 1200. Is how much the one for that? Wow. Yeah, it's just silly money at the moment that they're asking for graphics cards and everything. I get it that silicon was there was a shortage of it, but they was making and selling phones like there was no tomorrow. And don't silicon and phones go hand in hand? But they managed to find the silicon for phones. you will still fly P3D, so don't have that problem. Yeah, but the amount that you've put into P3D, it would be pointless you upgrading to Microsoft Flight Simulator. But if they gave you all of that, which unfortunately they wouldn't, but if they gave you all that free and you moved to Flight Simulator, you'd have a lot of fun. But unfortunately, they ain't going to turn around and go, "You're here, you can have it for free." You're okay, thank you. Just trying to get a new start on the railroad online. Yeah. I'm good, thanks. Well, it was a blast. Got to go walk your dog. Take care, and I'm sure I'll see you around. Yeah, I'd probably end up dropping into one of your streams at some point in the near future, as I often do. Normally, way past my bedtime, but that's me. When are you streaming again? Definitely need to get this Sunday between 6 and 7 p.m, which is your time. Really, you don't start too late. It's just I end up catching you towards the end of your streams then. Because then some nights I'm up until like 5 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, getting too old to be doing stuff like that. Catches up with you very quickly the older you get. Definitely need to update this PDA. I hate doing PDAs. They're a nightmare, especially now. I don't know what they've done, but PDAs are even harder to get right now. Give me a piece of land and go, yeah, go and put something there. Easy. But turn around and go, yeah, do a PDA, make it look nice. No chance. Right, anyway, I definitely may need to go. So it was nice talking to you all again. Thank you for dropping in, and really good seeing you again, BP. And look forward to when you've got time that we can all jump on and do something. Doesn't matter what it is, just do something. I know you just jumped in, and it's nice seeing you. But thank you. And I'll catch you all in the next one. See you all later. Bye. Which button it is to end the stream? I think it's this one.